The defensive numbers. I mean, look down, holding the team to under 40%, 22% from three. More like the numbers I like to see. Turnovers were, ball security was really good too. Only 10 turnovers, so we were able to get looks at the rim. And conversely, we shot the ball pretty well ourselves.
Earlier in the week, you talked about guys playing out of position. How important was it to get Alfonso and Lorenzo back? And Bruno was kind of impressive in his position.
Yeah, I mean, it was good to get those guys back. Obviously, our talent level goes up when we have those guys, but it's more the execution of the game plan that was the key. I don't think, look, Lorenzo had, okay game for him. 13 points, but 8 assists, just controlled the flow a little bit better. I thought Davion Berry did a really good job, in the backup point guard duties too. Him and Savage did a good job. We're kind of point guard by committee, on that second group right now, and I think they're doing a really good job. But contributions across the board, Bruno was huge for us. I mean, he didn't shoot it as well as he could. Some of those looks I thought were going down for him, but those are the ones we want him to continue to take. But I thought defensively he was engaged. Still working Siobhan in to what we're doing. I think he's been back on pick and rolls and some of the other situations that we wanted to have to give him up. And guys are kind of attacking him downhill, so we're going to work with him a little bit more on that. But I thought his presence is something that's really, really huge for us right now.
What do you think about Andre's performance? He had some great defense, had some nice blocks just by having his hands up. What do you want to see from him?
I just want him to continue to do what he's doing, improving. He's coming in and giving us a spark again off the bench, not making any mistakes. That's the thing about Dre. Even in his short minutes, we go back and grade the game, and he's always positive and not hurting us. And then that's what the fouls. I don't have a problem with him. Protect the rim. Either block the shot or send him to the line and make him earn it too. But I thought, his offense is a bonus for us right now. We think so. Dre doesn't think that way. He thinks his offense is a big part of his game. But I love his excitement. I love his energy. I love how the guys respond to him. I love how our fans respond to him. So he's a good piece to have on our team.
Coach, we saw guys contribute on both ends of the floor tonight. A lot of collective awareness, especially guys like Thompson and Savage. What sort of intangibles do they bring to the team dynamic?
Exactly what you said. I think when they're engaged, they're really, really good. They have natural defensive instincts, natural defensive abilities where they could really affect the game for us in a positive way. But I just think, again, we're going back and watching the film. Our whole focus was on us today. We pulled a bunch of good clips, a bunch of bad clips, and focused on when we do it right as opposed to when we don't do it right, what the results are. We didn't look at one edit from Grand Rapids, didn't look at none of their sets, didn't look at anything they did. When we come out and we dictate and execute our schemes and how we want to play defense and how we want to share the ball offensively, as you can see, things kind of take care of themselves.
Head coach, the Grand Rapids drive were held to 22% for the three. That's kind of a far cry from what's usually been happening this season. Was there anything you guys did differently to kind of?
You got just a day ago, things changed. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Just a day ago, it was our defensive percentage that we were shooting a high percentage. But again, nothing really changes. But our own ball defense was so much better. I know I go back and watch the game, you're gonna see that we were into the ball. We were up to the level on our pick and rolls, and they weren't able to just pick us apart on the weak side. We had time to hang time passes, and we can recover to those shooters. And I think that's where you got to play the game inside. We got to protect the paint first, and we're going to close out to our shooters, but we can't have bigs rolling down our lane, getting easy opportunities. Now guys are reluctant to leave their man. The bigs are reluctant to get back to their own. So it's all a part of a puzzle, and the puzzle was pretty good today.
Coach, there seemed to be an emphasis on transition offense, really pushing the ball up. We could see you on the sideline really telling your team to push. Is that an emphasis you want to see moving forward, or is that just based on the personnel that's available?
No, I just think we have athletes, and once we can hit the ball up the sideline and not try to bring it up on the bounce so much, we're able to attack early in transition before the defensive sets. And then we're able to spray the weak side, and you hear me always yelling, spray, spray. It's just kind of get in their heads to look for the weak side plays, because as you coming down and you attack the basket, it's normally any good team is going to try to converge to the ball, and we want to take advantage of that and play with our players that are moving and locating spots on the weak side. And they did a really good job of that today. I mean, when we go back and watch, the theme of who we are, drive, kick, and swing, that's exactly what we did. We drove it, we kicked it, and then we swung it one more. We didn't just drive it and kick it and take that first shot, which is sometimes a decent shot. But that extra pass goes from a good shot to a great shot, and we did. And we were really good at that today.